Well, no. White heroin is high quality heroin.
Well, it's like
I know
a
that.
strong heroin or something.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
that.
It's yeah.
Why does white heroin get to be the
Yeah.
best
Why
quality?
why no black heroin? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Why is black heroin? Why is,
Disney's black heroin. I requested 3 days off work and I got 2.
that's right.
Capitalism
Capitalism sucks, huh?
Pretty shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't even really that. It was like they're afraid that like we got an event on Saturday, right? And they want me to work Friday because they're worried that if something comes up, that I'll be the only one that can fix it.
Hey, you're a big deal.
That's what I came to. That's what I came to. I was like, I get to feel one of 2 ways about this. I can either be pissed or I can be happy that I'm a big enough deal to where like I have to be here.
What is it that only you can fix?
Like computer stuff, I guess.
I was about to make a comment when you
Isn't
texted
that
us
IT's
about
job?
that
Aren't
earlier about
you-
like, well, I guess they find you really important. But before I could start it, you were just like, I'm so pissed. I was like, I'm not going to send that.
Yeah.
I backed up. I was just like,
Aren't
never
you,
mind. He went the other direction. Don't comment
Aren't you
that.
an
Not anymore. No.
Okay.
Now I'm a specialist.
None of those letters started with I or T.
Letters don't start with anything, Will. Letters are just letters.
They're wrong. They start with a letter.
Let me give you a fact, Will. The only letters that start with I and T are I and T. That's
and none
it.
of those were in those words.
And that's correct. That's correct. Except for the fact that
I thought you guys had an IT guy, and he
No.
worked on the website.
no, that's me. I am the IT guy that built the website. I am the IT guy.
You getting double paid?
No.
So you're doing the job of 2 people,
For approximately 4 now.
4 people for
Yeah.
1 person's pay.
About 2 people's pay. Let's
Two
be
It
people's
was
honest.
pay.
actually,
I'm gonna be-
But you're still
relatively
being
paid
overworked
okay.
for your value.
Yeah.
If we compare all of our salaries real quick, you would find that I think Patrick's is the highest.
I don't know. You want
us.
to compare? If we're gonna do a dick measuring contest on the podcast, you want to go salary to salary?
Well,
Will,
if you want to
because
do that, because money doesn't mean much to me, the communist.
you do make a lot
Do
of
you want to
money.
compare stress to stress?
You make a lot of money.
I make okay.
You do. I when I heard what your salary was, well, it's not salary. You get paid hourly.
paid
I
but-
get paid hourly.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
I
get
was
a
like,
salary?
God damn!
Like it's not that much.
no, but for unloading trucks, that's good shit.
Oh yeah, for unloading trucks is great.
yeah. I was like,
Especially for like the time amount that I work,
yeah,
because I only work like
4 hours a day.
4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah,
Every
which
day.
rules, and you get
Yeah.
paid. You get paid for 8.
I get paid for 8,
yeah,
and I
So-
get to
what the
leave early
fuck?
on Friday.
Isn't capitalism awesome? Doesn't
Not
capitalism
for
rule?
me.
I,
All right, I'll start off since I already know I'm at the bottom of the totem pole.
sure.
Because I went from making $12.10 an hour at the shelter to now making, I believe, $9.75.
$9.75 an hour.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Bam.
God damn,
All
dude.
right.
Awful.
That is so
So-
bad that I don't think that I would have taken the job.
No, I wouldn't have done that. Sorry, puppies.
Like I get it though. Like you had like a field and you wanted to work in, and you can work your way up.
No.
That
I want to get
rules.
varied experience, and
I feel
here I
like-
can branch into the medical where I can make more money.
You can literally make more money working at McDonald's now though.
Yes.
It's true.
That sucks. That blows
Mhm.
chunks.
Yeah. If you ever want a warehouse job, I can hook you up.
Yeah. If you want to unload trucks for 5 hours a day, get off on Fridays, work 5 hours, get paid for 8.
Make about $16.20
yeah.
an hour.
Mm.
If you want to build the furniture, you can make $29. I think is what they get paid.
Yeah, that's some sick
They
shit
get
right
the
there.
frame guys get paid pretty good money.
Yeah, it's because it's like a thing that you suck
No.
at when you start doing, and then you get really good at it, and then
you'll probably start
replacing
like 18.
them suck.
I think you have to start like 18.
Well, it's because replacing them is like hell. Like you get one of those guys, he's been doing it for 20 years. He can build
Yeah.
those things for like all day, every day, and they're perfect every time.
and they're
You're-
fast.
Yeah,
too.
and that guy dies. Let's be honest, overdosing on meth. When that guy dies, you have to replace him, and it's going to be some
Damn.
like 17-year-old.
who is also on meth. but
Who-
they're,
yeah,
they're not a functional meth
They're on
head.
meth, but they
Yeah.
don't know anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
they're not
just spastically
they haven't
like
lived.
slamming pieces together.
Yeah, they haven't lived long enough as a meth head to be a functional meth head.
yeah. They're figuring it out.
like those 50-year-old pros out there, you know.
Hey, let's
Hey,
not
they're
let's
still
not
alive, aren't they?
Well, I was gonna say let's not speak ill of the dead. My wife's father was a functional meth head until he died at 58 or something. So
When you stop being a functional meth head.
You could say
Yeah.
he failed at being a meth head.
you
at that
could
point.
say that he failed.
Were we recording when we were talking about the alcoholism conversation?
No,
it was a heroin addict.
No, it was a heroin addict.
Yeah,
And
we're talking about
what defines a failed heroin addict. And I said if they
Right,
die,
Mhm.
that's a failed heroin addict.
So it depends on how you punctuate it, really. Like,
Where the comma is in the sentence. That's
Yeah.
what changes that. You failed heroin addict.
yeah.
That's the
better.
guy at the party who can't do heroin right. That's who that guy is. The guy who just
You use the cotton ball.
Yeah,
You failed heroin
yeah.
addict.
It's the guy who doesn't know how to use the cotton ball.
deep cut.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go watch the Alien versus Predator watch along, I guess, if you understand that reference. I make $56,000 a year plus a 10% bonus at the end.
I think,
so,
assuming I make the same amount all throughout the year, which I don't, it fluctuates. Though I will admit, my manager's pretty good about making sure the time is like.
yeah, because they don't want to fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because capitalism rules.
No, I think they understand. And I'll give this much credit. They do actually.
You want me to bleep that out?
Do
you want
You
me
just
to
said
bleep?
wrong word.
Yeah, do you want me to
Yeah, I
bleep?
guess so.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give this though.
Yeah,
You can do
yeah.
that out twice.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of like just giving you work.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I gotta
Bleeps
edit
are
this tomorrow.
relatively
So
easy. Like I've seen
Yeah.
you do the bleeping process. It's not that hard.
no. So Eric, for example, please a slur, if you will. Your favorite slur. Well, don't think too hard about it. If it's your favorite, it should come like right off the tip of your. It should come right off the dome.
I know, just like
Well, you don't have to repeat after
you
him.
don't have to repeat it. I mean,
Ah,
that's
well.
my favorite, not yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I always feel weird saying it though.
Yeah?
Chick.
Ooh. Okay.
Are
If you ever
a
call people,
stickler?
don't repeat
It'd be
it.
a very
Jesus.
different game if that's what they said.
It would be. Props
Now,
for you.
I
if
do
you
assume that you're gonna bleep that. God knows if
Yeah,
the
yeah,
internet,
If you
yeah,
can guess the
yeah.
game that bleeps
the internet
from.
can't have me
Yeah.
saying that on it. That's
That's the
That's
there's
not
the old
kind of thing
adage
you
of
share.
a in an armor
Oof.
in the armor. Yeah.
yeah, oof.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's
Don't.
in there? Nobody else but us, sir.
Ooh boy,
Jesus Christ.
you know that there's a history to that, right? Like people died. Like,
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
judge
That
too
was-
much with
that
that.
specific joke, I do actually
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that the joke comes from apparently some, I don't know, some racist shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I think
obviously.
maybe that actually might. there
Nothing
might
but
be a
us
thing.
Jews, I think, is probably.
No, I thought it was a joke about runaway slaves where like there's
Oh yeah. It was,
runaway slaves are really stupid. You don't have to do much to hunt them down because all you gotta do is
Oh,
walk up
'cause
and go,
if you-
"Who's in this chicken house? Nobody here but us chickens, sir."
yeah. Well, it didn't sound like that.
okay.
You gotta do the voice.
I don't know how to do the voice.
Eric, if you would.
Could you do Annabella's slavery voice, Eric?
Yeah, Eric, please. I know it's your favorite. It's your best impression. You're the impressions guy on the podcast. Go ahead. Have at it.
Nobody bust chick. It'd be like that, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. It'd be
That
something
would be
like that.
the horrifying.
Anyways, you never got to it.
stereotype
What
of
did
it, yes.
at the end of the year? Like, what do you like end up raking in?
Oh,
Like before taxes?
I think it's like 32,000.
32,000.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, I thought you made way more than that.
No,
Because with your hourly wage, well, you said your hour is like 16.
16, 20.
Okay, yeah, that is about 32.
Yeah.
32's not bad. A single human being can actually kind of live off of that.
Oh yeah. Living off 32
I mean, it's
kind
a
of
little
sucks, but
rough right now in the economy because of how inflation's like just now getting,
yeah, when Trump takes back over, that'll
getting
get a
back
lot
under
better.
9%,
Yeah.
something like that.
Once Trump's back in office, he'll be squeaky clean. It'll be
We'll
fine.
come in here with his
I guess
cape
we'll know in a week, won't we?
until,
Is that how long it is? Is it literally a week?
November 1st is on Friday.
Oh fuck, it is.
That means elections on like a Wednesday, Thursday?
Oh yeah, my favorite time of the year.
It's like a week away or so.
I literally didn't know. That's how disconnected I am. I did not know.
Did you guys see the most recent Trump rally?
When are we supposed to vote?
November 5th.
Wait, okay. I thought you were saying like
I'm gonna
next-
guess you're not registered because
I am registered to vote. I don't get me wrong. I registered to vote at like 26, but I registered to vote because I registered to vote. I voted for Trump first term.
Hold up. Have you re-registered recently? Do they know where you are? Because you're in a completely different district from when you registered.
Yes,
Also,
yeah. I've voted since I've been here.
Okay,
and I voted for
updated.
and I voted for
governors-
Trump again.
And
So,
granted,
as
I
you
will say
always
this is
do.
just
Yeah, and I will
He
again.
writes Trump in for every local election too.
this
Yeah.
is a
His
this is
writing
just
candidate.
internet rumor as far as I'm
No,
aware.
that's
I
not an
haven't.
internet rumor. He does that every time. I've seen it.
Can I say that
No.
for a moment, please?
Okay, yeah. What do you want to talk about?
I don't remember anymore.
Damn
Okay,
you,
hell
Patrick.
yeah, hell yeah.
You're
Point
saying
being,
on
Will,
the
I
internet-
write in Trump for every local election. How about that?
Well,
You were saying there
Patrick,
was an
I already
internet
knew you
rumor.
were a horrible person.
So everyone who votes for Trump is a horrible person.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a quote from Will you can put up now.
My
You-
boss
you can, in
actually
fact, put that up.
My
That's a-
boss actually got in a fight with the CEO today for like, and I swear to God, this was like in good faith. He goes to like the CEO and he's like, well, you know, like if because we got like a lot of construction shit we're doing.
Yeah.
And under Biden Harris, like the construction shit like went way up because like inflation was real bad, right? And he was like, well, maybe when Trump, you know, if Trump gets elected, it might go back down to like what it was when he was in office, which was cheaper because we were doing this
That's
when
not
he was
how-
in office. I know it's not how it works, but he did say that because he was like, you know, maybe it'll go back to like what it was. He was just trying to like be like optimistic and
Good.
yeah.
Because like, I think every economist that I know about, at least big time, where like if you're an
you mean economist?
yeah,
Okay.
I was
As long as
I
we're-
was holding back.
As long as we're talking about the same thing here. I didn't know if economist was a different thing.
you know, if you respect those people and you know that
Economists
Yeah.
or economists?
both.
Okay.
Filthy
One of them
fucking
is
economists.
economists are like
No, that's like the astrology.
astronomy
astronomy
thing. Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's-
economists, I gotta be honest.
Economists,
if I
dude.
saw an economist baby, I would grab it and chuck it in a
What's your
river. I
what's
mean,
your
like,
Wall Street sign?
I have, dude.
You should.
My Wall Street
yeah,
sign.
what's your Wall Street sign? Yeah,
That's nice.
that's good.
That's nice.
That's sexy. Editor Patrick,
Am I doing it backwards, or did you
No.
just neither of you know what that is?
I know what that is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Editor Patrick, put up the picture of Bambi.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
The Wall Street sign is just fucking Bambi, censored out asshole and balls. Oh, that rules. That rules.
Terrible. So we
I'm
can't
kind of
use this.
surprised that you didn't react at all. I think like have I done that around you before, like with like that fast? Because usually it takes me a lot
It
longer
does
to
take
do
you,
that.
I mean, you've gotten better, but you do it frequently enough to where I can say you're practiced.
I guess for reference, since nobody could see what I did, I threw up like the Bloods gang sign with my fingers.
You do it. You do it pretty often. You do it a lot in Memphis. I don't know why.
Oh well, because that's where they are, and that's my hood that I rep. I've been over this before. My first girlfriend was there. She was in the Bloods. She got shot.
That's how she got inducted into the Bloods.
Well, that's how I inducted her into Bloods, and then she got
Memphis is
out.
Bloods. It's not Crips.
You know, if we want to be like honest about this, I really shouldn't be talking about this because Memphis is mostly Crips. Most of Southeast United States is Crips, but there are some Bloods in Memphis,
Yeah,
and
that
I
is
am
true.
actually in the
Bloods
Bloods.
are like West Coast, aren't they?
Yes.
No, Bloods are East Coast. No. They're no.
They're in.
Crips are West Coast. Bloods are East Coast. Bloods are New York City.
It's
type
far
deal.
more of a north-south thing, actually, nowadays.
okay.
No, well, maybe nowadays, but from my understanding of it, Crips started in California, Bloods started in New York City.
Yes.
But I do weirdly actually do know, and I don't know if you're bullshitting, but weirdly I do know in Mississippi at least, you know, in the more populated areas, Crips are the bigger gang.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I thought my old drug dealer was associated with the Crips, not the
in
Bloods.
Mississippi, the Crips are
Yeah.
basically the only gang. There's basically
As far
no
as I'm aware,
Bloods.
yeah, as far as I'm aware.
There's
Yeah.
no like strong representation. There are members, just
No.
representation.
There's I'm looking
But
it up
not
right
from
now.
other gangs. Other gangs. I mean, there are Crips here. Excuse me. As I said, I've actually met them. So
I'm looking it up.
I
God
almost,
damn,
someone
Texas
wanted-
is all Bloods.
Someone wanted to indict me into the Crips when I was in high school.
Were they from Columbus? Because that's where like the like local big gang thing is.
No,
Crips
but
specifically.
I was only 2 hours away from there.
Holy shit,
But
dude.
it was also stupid
that's a
because
lot
it
of
was
Mississippi is
it
2
was
hours
just
away
a
from
it
Columbus.
was just a retarded white kid who was strung out on drugs that he did way too early in life. And he was like, "I'm a Crip, bro."
It
And
was
I
me.
Yeah,
It was
him.
yeah, it was me.
But he was like,
But he didn't want to say that to like save.
He's like, I'm a
face.
Crip, bro, and I was like, that's cool, bro. We were
Did he
both
show
in-
you how to Crip walk?
No, but he said like to indict me into the gang, he and like his buddies would have to like beat me into it, and I was like, I'm not into that.
So that's like what dump. I almost just dropped the F slur. Just but that's just what idiots say. But like the real thing that you have to do to get in the Crips is like to like get beat into the Crips is just get in a fight with like another Crips guy, and all of them suck at fist fighting. So like they don't take like the first fight seriously or anything. So it's not like you versus like 7 dudes and then they just beat the shit out of you. That's how you get out. You can either get stabbed out, beat out, or fucked out. And I only know this because that girl that I dated, and she got stabbed.
She had
stabbed
her
out.
man fuck you out.
Oh, do you not get to choose, or did she actually choose getting stabbed?
No, I
out?
think it's just most women get fucked out because
Most women get
misogyny.
fucked out. So like there's the
I mean, it is what it is. It's just
How often do men get fucked up?
they don't
Oh.
because homosexuality.
only in prison. That's
Well,
basically the only place that happens.
It's because
Bullshit.
if you I mean if you look at I guess just general culture, a lot of like gangs and stuff have a we don't like gays or homosexuals.
Which is weird because CRIP stands for Community Reformation and Progress.
Yeah.
So you think that they would be like super hyper liberal. And I mean, I guess they are when it comes to drugs.
Well, that was
like-
mostly about protecting handicapped people, right?
Yeah, I thought you were about to go.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I think the actual answer
When
was
the
just
Southern
that
boys get
there was a lot
Educationally-
of crime in the area because they were super
Oh,
poor.
speaking
and then
of-
the Crips developed as a because the police wouldn't come there. and they
Speaking
needed
of a bunch of
people.
racial jokes that aren't landing very well,
Mm-hmm.
what about that Trump rally where they had the Kill Tony guy get up there and say the joke that may have ended Trump's campaign?
Oh, that happened recently, and I haven't heard
happened,
like
like,
the facts
yesterday.
about it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
sure
happened.
Trump can
No,
do or
it wasn't.
say
It wasn't
anything
Trump, and
that'll-
that's
He
why
said
it's
something
so
about
weird.
Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I'll say the joke.
What was it?
There is a garbage pile in the middle of the ocean. It's called Puerto Rico.
Oh, I remember that.
That rules.
And
I don't
that's-
know. Fuck that.
Well,
that
no,
rules.
it's not even that fucking bad.
Well,
I don't
like
know
I've
why-
seen Kill Tony's
Everyone's like,
show.
"It's so right."
Hold on.
Kill Tony is like a vulgar show. It's like
Yeah.
this.
Yes, and it's all and like he has tons of minority people.
Eat your fucking heart out, Kill Tony fans being like, this show is nothing like Kill Tony rules. Your show is nothing like Kill Tony. I know some faggot in the comments is gonna be like, is gonna sound off because of that.
But like
Here,
Kill
I'll
Tony
go
has
ahead and say
plenty.
it. Detroit is a pile of garbage filled with feces.
But
There
yeah,
you go. I'm racist to Detroit. It's true.
but yeah, Kill Tony has tons of minorities that he promotes on his shows.
yeah, of course.
Tons of women. He's gay himself.
He's a dirtbag leftist.
But
That's
what
like
I
the
don't
well-known
understand,
fact. Isn't
I'm
he
really
the dude?
confused at what you're talking about. They've been putting a crude asshole on screen since 2015. That's been the Trump
but no,
That's the main ideology of Trump. What are you
I
talking
know you're
about?
not terminally online like the rest of us, Eric.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to understand the impact this has been making around the waves.
What is his name? The guy from Kill Tony?
Tony H something.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe. I think he was on Cumtown a few times, wasn't he?
It's been so wavy that the Trump campaign, that is famously known for not walking anything back, has come out and said we do not agree with the joke or the opinions or jokes that this guy made.
Probably because Trump's already like so against like Mexicans, he can't like go all the way against Latin Americans. Like
He's
because
gotta
if
be
he
picky.
Yeah, he's got to like
He can only
pick and
take-
choose.
He can only take out one group of
Like
Latin
he's
Americans
never,
at a time.
yeah. He's
It might
like
also-
already hard against Mexicans, but like he's never said a word against Cubans.
It might
You gotta
also
divide
be
and conquer, man. One
might also-
subgroup at a time.
It might also be the fact that someone came out with a list of how many Puerto Ricans that can vote live in each swing state.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be pretty much enough to swing the election if needed.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans can vote. They are United States citizens.
Not if they're, well, not as far as if they live in Puerto Rico, they can.
No, not if they live in Puerto
But
Rico.
they
But
live
if they
in the
live
States.
here, they can vote. We changed that in the well. That used to be like that was in there with women can't vote, blacks, Puerto Ricans. Like now that they've changed the Constitution, Puerto Ricans can vote, and Trump probably hadn't thought about that.
Probably.
I have
Let's be honest,
something
that was just
very
right-
important to add to this. Just because he said that doesn't mean every single Puerto Rican is not going to vote for Trump. Any Puerto Rican that was going to vote for Trump likely is still voting for Trump.
Probably.
And on top of that,
Or they might not because they got insulted.
Okay. So what if
I know if someone called my home a garbage big jumbo, I'd be like, man, I'm not going to support a guy who's supported by this guy. Screw that.
You don't think
if someone
Kamala Harris has said Mississippi
was a pile of garbage, you wouldn't fucking vote for that?
I get the
I mean, I'm not
feeling.
voting for Kamala Harris anyways, but yeah, I probably wouldn't if she called my home a
I
pile
get the
of
feeling
garbage.
both of them have called
know,
Mississippi
bro.
a pile of garbage
And
at
I'm
some
not
point.
voting for
I don't
either
think-
of them.
I don't
Oh, you
think-
voting?
No.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
I don't think
I
anyone
don't vote for
calling,
genocide supporters.
I don't think anyone calling Mississippi a pile of garbage would ever affect my want to vote for them or not.
Me neither. I'd be like, yeah,
Like,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so you're a Jill Stein voter, Will?
No, because I don't like that she doesn't support democracies very much.
So you're a Cornell West voter, Will?
He's probably the closest. Like
He's not going to be on the ballot in Mississippi.
Yeah, no, you have to write him in.
No.
You have to write him in.
There's no way.
There's going to be like 2 people on the ballot in Mississippi. We do not
there
get the
is
special
a-
candidates.
Jill Stein usually is on the ballot in Mississippi.
She, yeah, she's on the ballot.
Yeah.
No,
She was last time I voted
Jill
because
Stein is the candidate for
because
the
I
Green-
chose against her and voted for Trump, remember?
Jill Stein is the candidate for the Green Party.
Yes.
Ah,
She always is.
that's why we have weed in
No,
Mississippi now.
this is
right?
more
right.
recent.
Yeah.
Green
What
Party
is?
gets like someone new every 4
No,
or 8 years.
I swear to God, because she's
No,
been on
'cause
the
she was the
she's like
candidate.
famously the dude that they put up
She
the
was
most.
the candidate for another party before the Green Party before that failed and the Green Party took her in.
What was the other party?
I don't remember.
The Nazi Party.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I think
They're very close.
also,
You put them on
a
the
lot of their stuff is really closely aligned.
My boss got into the thing of like, if you go too far left and you go too far right, then effectively you've just become authoritarian anyways. Like
Yeah,
today.
horseshoe
yeah,
theory.
I understand that.
Yeah, he
idea.
got into, and I was like, and he was telling me this like I didn't agree with him. You ever get in like that situation where you're like talking
Where
to
you're
a guy?
aggressively agreeing with someone.
Yeah, no, where
Like,
somebody's aggressively talking at you and you're like, yeah, I know, but
I
he's
know
like
that.
so worked up about it.
yeah.
Some dude he was watching, because my boss watches YouTube, like, and he lives in that, like, I told him on our last business trip that he lives in an echo chamber, and he got aggressive, like mad. He got immediately, like, flustered. It was like, I do not live in an echo chamber. I was like, let me tell you, boy, I see you in your office all the time on YouTube watching things that consistently make you and the things that you believe in angry. That is the echo chamber you live in. Not the shit that like you agree with. You live in the echo chamber of like somebody pissing you off so they get ad views. That's what you live in.
Damn, that's true too.
Yeah, and he was like, okay. Yeah.
I used to do that.
But he's in there in his office. When I go in there at the end of the day today, I'm just going to say bye. He's like, fucking people shouldn't be able to talk about fucking fascism. They can't define fucking fascism. And I was like, I thought, because I can barely hear him. He's muttering under his breath. I was like, are you talking to me? Hey, man, I was just leaving. Are you talking to me? He was like, no, people shouldn't be able to talk about what fascism is if they can't define what fascism is. And I was like, I mean, isn't that kind of the problem? Everybody gets a little bit different definition for it. He's like, no, fascism has a dictionary definition.
Your boss is wrong. Fascism is a vague umbrella term.
Well, I was like,
it's super vague.
You know what's even funnier is actually if you go by Lenin's view of fascism, fascism is just capitalism, but it did the imperialism.
yeah. I just was like, all right,
There's a lot
here.
of different perspectives to take on it, and there are some things that make something fascist or not. But like, there's a couple of groups that we all called fascist that all had a slightly different take on it.
Well, that's
Yeah, because
fa-
Nazis are fascists,
No,
but they're Nazi
but
fascists.
that's because
And
because
then
fascist.
Mussolini's is fascist, but he's Italian
Yeah,
fascist.
he's a
And
cult-
then there's the Spanish fascists.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Again, because fascism is an umbrella term, just like communism is an umbrella term. Like fascism has different, more specific ideologies. Like you have Mussolini's cult of personality fascism,
Yeah.
or state fascism. I think is what it's technically
which is
called.
basically what Trump is.
You have fucking Hitler's actual cult of personality fascism, which is like one great man leading the whole thing under discipline and iron fist. You have theocratic fascism, which is like religious fascism. You know, you have different, more specific ideas. Like in communism, you have Luxembourg Orthodox Marxism. You have Lenin.
The idea is
Marxist-Leninism.
that it's
You have Maoism.
ultra-nationalism with
Yeah.
a lot of military, and then there is an
And-
other that is scary and is out to get you, and you have to like get rid of them.
Yeah, and that's
Those
the
are
That
broad
is
term.
the,
Make
those are the
consistent
three
bits.
pillars.
And you can
that it
apply
stands
those
on.
3 pillars to several different kinds
Yeah, of course.
ideologies.
I looked up, I swear to God, I looked up
Like-
like 2 days ago on Google. I was like, when was Rome fascist? Because
all of the time.
Yeah, I know. And you know what, Will?
Frequently.
No one would fucking admit it. I couldn't find anyone on the internet admitting that Rome was a fascist state.
For all of the time.
And I was like, dude, Rome was a 2,000-year state.
Yeah,
It
they
was-
just liked to flip-flop what the other was based
Exactly.
on convenience. Honestly, they were like
Rome-
America like that.
Rome was
We
famous. I mean, if you're defining fascism, and personally for me, this is the way I look at it, is fascism is when a state has it has so many resources that it wants. It looks out to other fucking places and starts just invading them for its resources,
Yeah.
and then enslaving their populations. I mean,
That's just imperialism.
and that's what fascism ends up being.
It has to be,
Everything
or it doesn't
feeds
work.
into everything like a giant multi-member Ouroboros
Yeah.
of a million snakes all eating each other's tails.
I would say
I'm
that
built different.
I would say
Yes, he knows the one system of government that will run true.
Yeah,
that
the
everyone
communism.
will agree with, and that will solve all of our problems.
Dude,
Like
I mean-
communism, that thing that we've already figured out works for everyone.
dude, I mean, if he's right and get robots to build everything, I mean, it'll be awesome.
No, but to build on his point from earlier, though, I will say that he makes a great point that, there's lots of different brands of the same thing in that, like, for instance, here's 2 communist states. I'd love to visit China one day. That sounds like an interesting place to visit. I can't visit North Korea.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
And it's
not.
right next door.
I had an argument with a fucking
Me.
Yeah.
It was me.
I
Do you
know,
not? We were talking about would we go to North Korea?
No, I had an argument with fucking another communist over whether North Korea, not whether they were communist or whatever, but whether they were like an okay country or not. And I was like, bro,
dear.
literally, look at their leader, look at the average person next to that fucking guy. One is a fat fuck, the other is starving. How is that Marxist-Leninism?
The average guy next to him, or do you mean like the average like military guy next? Because no like average guy gets next to him.
You're right, but I mean, like, take a Photoshop of like some
I think it's illegal
random.
to take pictures
Okay, are
of
you
the
telling me to
average
do this in the
citizen.
future? Are you saying Editor Patrick
Editor
Photoshop?
Patrick, if you want to do this,
Okay.
take a random picture of like some YouTuber who went to North Korea and saw like a random person.
Okay.
Put that next to their leader, and then like look, like one is a fat guy, one is like a skinny starving person. I assume
At least the skinny starving person's sexy.
I feel like there's definitely a caveat that needs to be put in all of that. While it doesn't look like anything nice is going on in North Korea, we have to realize that it's all filtered through a lens of American propaganda.
That's
Oh
true,
yeah,
too.
exceptionalism. Our
Like there
exceptionalism.
has to be shit that's going on there that the American government does know about that we just don't report on.
Yeah, that
It's kinda
rules
like,
or something.
Well, like in technicality, for instance, I think it's like they're like while we kind of make fun of it because of the way they achieve this technicality,
Mhm.
they don't have a homeless population.
Yes.
Everyone in North Korea has a home, technically.
Yes.
Mm.
That home
And-
may or may not be the prison, but they are in a home.
So,
And honestly, if Donald Trump gets elected, it'll be the same here. So, I mean, he's going to solve the homeless problem, and I
Fat,
believe him.
overweight, out of touch leader that wants to. Never mind.
See, it's all like you said. It's a big circle. It's a big snake eating its own tail.
It's
One
not
big
even that.
fat guy
it's a
gets in
ring
charge.
of different snakes all eating each other's
Hey,
tails.
I had an idea.
And
Tell
they
me-
all think they're the one who's winning.
I had an idea. Tell me how cursed this is.
Human centitail. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. What?
So you take a computer tower.
Okay.
Okay, take one of
Okay.
the sides off.
Yeah.
Get a
Yep.
box fan.
Yes.
Take the
Okay.
face of the box fan off.
Okay.
Okay. Now screw the box fan to the computer tower.
Okay.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Ultimate cooling system.
I think it needs to be more nuanced than that, maybe.
I
I'm
mean,
really
like
not sure.
can you see the fan that's on the top of my computer right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of just what it is, I
Yeah.
guess. So
No, but like
it
The answer,
depends.
Will, is yes. Effectively, yes. But you'd have to cool the other parts inside fast enough for it to matter. But yes, you are correct. That would be the ultimate cooling system, except for water and like coolant, like liquid cooling exists. And, that's just generally a better
but what
idea.
lazy ass nerd is actually going to go in there and change that shit out the time it needs to be changed and stuff. When was the last time you dusted your fan, Patrick?
I can see the dust.
Legitimately, I dusted that shit like only like 2 or 3 weeks ago. No joke.
Okay, he's like a professional.
No, because I moved this room. I moved everything into this room, and when I did, I took my computer apart, and I was like, let's fucking blow this down. Before this?
Before the move.
Yeah.
5 years. Probably.
There you go.
More than that.
There it is.
I don't blow that shit out unless I have to change the thermal paste on the processor.
You don't blow. We know.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I take offense to that, okay? I am the throat goat champ. They call me Nancy Reagan of the South.
That you're securing the funding?
Well, I mean, most of it, yeah. But I mean, I do have like people who actually believe in my imperialist views. But yes, I get the funding however I can. The same. I go by the Donald Trump book of
Julius Caesar book of getting what you want.
A communist, a libertarian, and
that's a historical
imperialist
joke.
all walk into a room, huh?
Julius Caesar fuckable or no?
Yeah, he's pretty
he was the
fuckable.
queen of thieves. What do you mean?
I know he was. I know he was the queen of thieves, but
He knows
like
how to back it up, even.
he must, right?
Mm-hmm.
He must have thrown ass. He must have
he
thrown
knew
ass
he
like
could
the
throw
best.
hands, so he must have been able to throw ass.
Julius
He could even
Caesar
throw
getting
words.
stabbed a million
Look,
times, and he's just
he
like
had to
nodding.
look.
I've taken bigger.
Yeah, exactly. He's just laying on the ground
guys
bleeding
are
out.
Fancy bitches.
Not enough penetration. He's just dying.
I've lost more fluids in a night. We broke Will again.
Oh yeah.
You
fucking retard. Hypothetical situation. You walk outside, the moon is smaller by like a massive margin.
Like noticeably.
Yeah. You walk outside and you're like, wait a goddamn second. And it's like, you can still tell it's the moon, but it is like easily like only 20% the size that it should be.
I would go to NASA and see if they posted why the moon ran the fuck away from us.
You get on Twitter.
No. Twitter. I just see his Will just gets right into his car, drives straight up to the headquarters of NASA. He meets him at the gate. He looks at him.
Boys!
Just raises his eyebrows. And the gate guard just goes, oh, geez.
Yeah.
Let him in, boys. And then, like, he goes down, just talks directly to the director of NASA. He says, what is this bullshit?
He tips his hat and he says, Mr.
Why is
I almost just dropped your last name. I just casually
Why is the
dropped your last
projector
name.
not working?
Who dimmed the projector?
How's this going to help our...
Retard. You're only supposed to do that every 4 to 6 years, depending.
We covered this in the last goddamn lib agenda.
What about you, Eric? You go outside and the moon is like legitimately like 20% the size it should be. To the point to where you're just...
This is a terrible show.
This show rules. I don't even fucking care. I'm having a good time.
This is an awful
You're just
time.
eating your pistachios. I'm drinking out of a fifth of liquor, and Eric's drinking
that. I
Voodoo
keep
Ranger.
coughing.
I haven't had any. Fuck you. I haven't had a single sip out of this yet.
Well, give me a whole half of it first, and then you can have a sip.
Yeah.
I'm the alcoholic here.
I thought it was a 3/4 compromise or 3/5 compromise or whatever. You can have 3/5 of it.
And you get the other 2/5.
Exactly. We're gonna buy 3/5 of liquor, and then
I'll buy you 2/5 of liquor.
That's not even a good joke.
What's the punchline?
There's not one. There's not the joke. The punchline
The
is
joke is me and Patrick have both suffered from alcoholism.
I'm here. I'm right here with you, audience. No,
Yeah.
you and me, audience. We're just here.
fuck you. You see this? You see this? You know what this is?
Your ring hand? Why is it on your middle finger?
Because
Well, that's your right hand. That's not
yeah.
your
Well, it's.
wedding
I mean,
finger.
it's kind of obvious, isn't it? My wife has certain proclivities, and yeah, and it's ribbed for her pleasure.
I see now.
It is the one ring.
It I wonder what this feels like to get finger fucked by, like legitimately.
Probably not that good, to be honest.
Probably not. Like if you felt the outside of this, it's like it's rough. It's like it has fucked up the other two fingers that are next to it that I wear. I have calluses on the other two fingers because there's like it's like really etched in and shit. I gotta ask my wife.
Hey, I want to try something.
Can I Hey
you're not-
hole! Can I
You're not allergic to nickel, are you?
Yeah. Let's be honest. This is probably like copper or brass. I don't know. It's gold plated for damn sure. It ain't fucking anything real. It's cost me $20 on the internet.
Fucking, I need to rant about something that I'm way too late to the party for.
Communism?
No.
Oh, okay.
He does that all the time.
Yeah, but he was way too late for it.
I mean, yeah, obviously he's
Like
touting
70 years too
obviously
late.
dead ideology at this point.
Stalin is cold in his grave, Will.
It's not even rotating. The ashes have fallen and like they're just like, you know, they've settled. They've settled. There's no movement left anymore.
What is it, Will?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is upset you? What's upset my precious little boy?
Baldur's Gate 3 dice is so bullshit.
Yes, it is.
Even with the karmatic dice thing he turned off.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I think I'm just gonna download a mod that is just I always win.
I have just done I did the autosave thing where I just roll a bunch and then like F5,
Like,
F9,
I don't want to
F5,
keep
F9.
reloading. I don't
did the
wanna
whole
do it.
game.
I don't want to do that.
I did.
I think I might just download a mod that's just you win. Unless it's combat, I guess.
It's
No, I might even
almost-
just do it with combat because sometimes in combat, it's like, oh, you're the ultimate fighter. You've been blessed by
I was gonna say, combat's pretty
Shinran
easy.
himself and to fucking get a +5. Miss. It's like, God
You
damn
had
it.
trouble in combat in Baldur's Gate 3? I blew through that
How can
game.
I have trouble when I'm not the one fucking doing anything?
Swap over to Warlock and shoot everything with a gun
No,
and call it a day.
Will also misses everything.
You can't miss if you're just shooting things with a gun. That's the benefit of shooting things with a gun.
Yeah, shooting things with guns impossible to miss.
I'm just saying he has a gun because
That's not a thing that happens.
Yeah, he's got
Ask
the
Donald
Glock.
Trump.
Why is there is Patrick, go see if there's any fan art of Will from Baldur's Gate 3, but he's just like a hood guy.
And do you know
And
Crip
he's
Up?
just got an actual gun.
Do you know Crip Up?
No?
It's Pip Up, but
He's a
Piplup?
crip?
as a Crip.
He's a crip? Okay.
Criplup.
Hell yeah. Like Piplup, the fucking Pokemon?
Yeah, Patrick, if you could put Criplup up for me.
Criplup? Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Now
That
put up
rules.
Cholo Man.
Remind me to show you that.
Have you seen Piplup Get You Up?
No.
Like that song? There's like
What?
the Pokemon company has this thing that they're doing where they're releasing like 3-minute little short videos on YouTube that are beautifully made. And I swear to God, like each one of them has like $7 million put into it. And it's just all like cozy slice of life in the Pokemon world stuff.
Okay.
One of them is Piplup Get You Up, which is just a like song about living with Piplup and how he's like the perfect little guy to have around.
I'm just
and
hearing
he
like a
wakes you
hip-hop
up in the
version, like,
morning.
Hip, plop,
Get you up. It is
Plop, get you up.
it is exactly that, except for it's a cute girl singing it.
Pip Up, get you up. Pip Up, get you up.
No, that really Patrick, take that and then layer it over what the actual song is, because I swear to God, I mean, you're not even that far off.
Beep up, get you up. Beep up, get you up.
I don't know. Piplup's gotten a lot of love recently. I personally, I don't see the.
up.
I don't,
That's a baby
Telling you.
Pokemon.
Patrick, put up some Piplup Rule 34 for Eric when he watches this later.
Please don't. That's a baby Pokemon.
Oh, this
Is he
is where
really?
he draws the line.
Is he really?
Pretty sure he is.
Patrick, put up even more Rule 34.
No.
Put in one Togepi for measure.
No.
How do you- like, how do you
That's
even-
an actual egg.
Yeah, I mean, I got my wife pregnant. I know a thing or two about eggs these days. It just didn't work out. Same with Togepi.
No.
Patrick, put up a picture of dead Togepi. I rewatched the Pokemon the first movie, and
I like Mewtwo in that movie. He's pretty fucking.
I did not remember like how just generally funny it is that the dubbing, like they dubbed it and they like have like Pokemon's shadows like flash up on the screen and then Team Rocket gets them wrong.
Alakazam.
Yeah, they just say like the wrong thing. And they do that repeatedly throughout the movie. They just say the wrong Pokemon name, so it just makes
My Pidgeotto,
it
which
just
is
makes-
like 7 feet tall. So it's like, isn't that like the third one?
It's
not the
Pidgeot. Yeah, it's
Pidgeotto?
Pidgeot. They
Pidgeot.
repeatedly throughout the movie get Pokemon wrong for like the whole film. And I swear to God, if you took a shot every time somebody gets a Pokemon wrong, you'd be drunk as shit by the end of that movie.
Well, it makes a lot more sense when you realize Meowth is legitimately the smartest one of their group.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, fun fact
He's the hottest one too. Patrick, put up some Meow Rule 34.
in the
Do
Pokemon
it.
canon, there's a part in the show where Meowth's brain gets taken over by like these psychic Pokemon, But Jesse, James, and Ash and Pikachu do not get their brains taken over.
Because they're too stupid.
And
yes,
and
all right.
the Pokemon they're like, why? And the Meowth looks at him and he's like, oh yeah, they said that only geniuses can get their brains taken over.
Hell yeah.
So Ash confirmed a dumbass.
Ash, I swear to God, like Ash doesn't look like it, but I've been
not a
rewatching.
mystery.
I've been rewatching the Pokemon show with Kira because she never saw it like any at all, right?
Right. she
So I've been
didn't interact
watching
much
at
with
least a little bit of it with her, and we watched like the first 30 episodes or something. And I swear to God, like I forgot how much Ash doesn't look like, but acts exactly like a 10-year-old boy. Like he is fucking
he looks
retarded,
14, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks 14, 15, but he is fucking retarded. He thinks girls are gross. He doesn't pick up on social cues. Ash might be autistic.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks Misty is gross.
Yeah, it's,
Which I do too, since I'm an adult.
yeah, me too.
coverage, good
Ever
coverage.
since I turned the moment, the hour, the second I turned 18, Misty I found to be disgusting and abhorrent, and
Every single visage of Bulma until Dragon Ball Z.
exactly, yes.
Then it was okay for me to find her hot again.
I am not Master Roshi. That's all I'm trying to say.
None of us are.
How fucked is it that like that is canon that Master Roshi at one point saw like a 13-year-old girl's pussy?
I mean,
and got a
16.
boner.
When we
was she
applied-
16?
So to Japanese people, that's like
She's
4
like
years
30
above legal age.
Yeah,
so
she's
it's
like 30 at that point. She's basically
I mean,
useless.
when we're applying our morals to it, not very good. Well, I guess when we're implying Master Roshi's morals to it, yeah, it's
Is Master Roshi like? Is he like still like hitting on chicks in the show?
You know, no, I'm not.
Sometimes, I think, but it's...
From what I've seen, not really. Like he just kind of more like he's. Granted, I didn't watch the more recent tournament, so I don't know if he's more pervy then. But in Resurrection F, I don't remember him being overly pervy.
I think
All I
I've seen
remember is-
clips of him in the tournament where there's like a girl that pervs on him. Like
On
a little
him?
bit. Like she's trying to like seduce him basically.
Yeah,
so
they
that
do
he
a little
won't.
reversal.
Damn.
And
I bet he doesn't know how to take it. I bet that's the joke.
well, no, he takes it stereotypically at first, and they just like bonks her or something. He's like, no, I'm not a
okay.
fucking idiot.
Okay.
He's just like, yeah, I'm a pervert, but I'm not a fucking idiot.
I looked up the
Like, you know.
Wikipedia page for all the people that Goku killed like the day before yesterday because I was in a hotel room and I was bored and I was drunk. And the top one that was listed was Akira Toriyama.
Jesus
I was like, oh, that rules. Hell yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Well, it's also just true.
It is.
I mean, that man basically worked his life away. But I mean, he produced quite possibly the most recognizable art of all. I wonder what people say like the golden arches and Jesus Christ on the cross.
How much is Dragon Ball Z next?
Yeah,
to that?
yeah. How
know,
many?
I'd want to know.
If you put Goku's hair
Because I mean, let's look,
on a wall,
I mean, we can. I think we can successfully say it's Dragon Ball Z introduced anime to the West.
of course.
It popularized.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it introduced it. I would say
It's
now.
just objectively false.
I would say you're wrong because now what I would say, and this is where the nuance comes in. I would say Dragon Ball Z introduced anime to the West, and it is what got a lot of people into anime starting out. But when it was popular at its peak, you still had plenty of people making fun of nerds for watching anime. Now, when Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece came out, that is when anime became mainstream. And Dragon Ball Z did have a significant influence in that. But I'm going to have to give it to Naruto for actually being the thing that actually made...
You're just young.
Patrick, this
Made-
child.
He's just young.
This
Anime
child
popular.
doesn't even know what Speed Racer
just
is.
young.
I know what Speed Racer is, and fuck Speed Racer.
Speed Racer fucking sucks. Have you rewatched
Wow.
any
Oh,
Speed
dude.
The
Racer?
fuck is wrong
What
to bring up
about,
Speed Racer to this table?
Oh shit! What was the one?
There's a scene where Speed Racer watches his brother in the shower,
What,
and
next
it's
you're
really
gonna
like
bring up
homoerotic.
Inuyasha? Yeah, I guess that brought anime to the West for girls and me.
And Tichimuyo.
Inuyasha came after Dragon Ball Z, but okay, not the point really.
What was
But,
the worst thing that they put on Toonami?
Hold
Zoids.
on.
Shaman
No,
King.
Zoids was okay.
Zoids fucking sucks.
Shaman King.
That wasn't on Toonami.
That was
That
on-
was on Fox Kids or whatever.
Oh.
That was on Ziggets.
One, you can't say that. That sounds like a slur.
Yeah, we don't use the term. We don't use that term anymore. Man.
Okay,
Like,
sorry,
I
that
don't even
is-
feel comfortable saying.
Shaman
that.
King's an old show. I just couldn't remember what the term was. Fox got really weird for a second. They did put blackface on there.
Oh, hold
or was
on.
that TBS?
Hold on. what the fuck was it? Oh, that one with it was one of those ones that had the early CGI artwork.
Code Lyoko.
Damn, you guessed it immediately.
Code
yes.
Lyoko is like
That's French.
way better when you watch it. Also, it's a French show, so it doesn't count.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not anime, bro.
Ah.
It's
It's
a French show animated by Canadians.
It's another one of those totally spies Avatar Last Airbender things where it's
Yeah,
just like,
it looks
Also,
like it.
I agree.
It's
The show
animators who were
rocks.
raised
Yeah.
under,
Code Lyoko is
the anime
really
thing.
bad for like the first season or something, and then it like
I just
gets
hated
good.
the art style, man.
Oh, dude, everyone
You
did.
get used to it.
I was gonna say you get
The
used to it.
towering foreheads,
Yeah,
man.
the
Like,
giant, the French
like,
foreheads.
what the French people don't look like that.
That's how
Where
you
is
know
he
you're
getting
watching a
that?
French show.
Yeah.
They all
Just
have foreheads
giant
like that.
foreheads?
You know,
What the
if you're
fuck?
watching an American show, if it looks like shit.
What? Like
Every animated thing in America, like that's done by an American, looks like
King of the
fucking
Hill looks
trash.
good. King of the Hill's weirdly
Is it weird
good.
that King of the Hill might be the best anime that America's ever produced?
Simpsons?
Nah.
Family Guy.
In what way
Nah.
are you trying to argue that
Come on.
King of the Hill is an
Family
anime?
Guy?
Wait, one.
It's an anime.
King of the Hill has an anime opening. 2. King of the Hill has so much fan service.
Is there a 3?
Is
Can you come up with
three?
something off the
what
top of your
makes
head?
something an anime?
Yeah,
King of the
actually.
Hill
It's in Japanese.
isn't it goes they go to Japan.
His
They do-
He has a half
ooh.
brother who's Japanese.
Mm.
He does have that.
Making my case for me. That's number 4.
His dad killed a lot of Japanese people.
And that's 4.5. Checkmate, atheist.
That's all you need to make an anime. Is it kills a bunch of Japanese people.
The only
Just like in
difference
real
is
life.
It's usually just animators.
Yeah, it's just usually just the animators, but no.
No, but I'm like being equivalent. I mean, if you want to call it a cartoon, I mean, if you just want to be.
I mean, like Avatar: The Last
Reductive, I
Airbender
guess.
I
is
think,
basically
honestly,
an anime.
I think honestly the best
Is that
anime
American made?
Yes,
Okay, I didn't.
Totally Spies is Canadian.
You don't have to get
and Code
aggressive.
Lyoko is French. So there are a lot of things.
Yeah,
that
but
are,
what's G.I. Joe?
that would just be a normal American cartoon.
No. That was animated by Japanese people. Same with
Ooh.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Yeah,
G.I. Joe's is,
that's why Robotech hit off so hard.
It's weird when you
boy
go
over here
back to
doesn't
those
know
things.
anything about Robotech.
no,
Yeah.
but
So
it's
what
weird when you
about
go
it?
back to those things, and then you're like,
It
wait
was
a minute, these
popular
were.
way before Dragon Ball. But go ahead.
It's weird when you go back to those things, and you're like, wait a minute, these are all just like
Well,
American
wait,
shows animated by Japanese
If we're
people.
going with that,
Yeah,
then
that's true, too.
if we're going to argue that, wouldn't G.I. Joe be the thing that brought anime to the West?
Fuck, by that recognition, by that, like, you could say that fucking Family Guy is Korean. I mean,
then-
and
I
it
mean,
is.
but
Patrick put in the Family Guy Korean joke clip. You know it exists.
And-
I look how much I will put money down that there is a joke somewhere. If I YouTube right now, editor Patrick goes and puts Family Guy funny Korean clip. I bet you there is like
I
a
mean,
Korean joke somewhere.
I can
definitely
only
a
think of
Korean
one
joke
joke
in
that
Family
Family Guy did off the top of my head, and it was about them being Japanese, so I don't know.
미국 잔이야. 전화하지 마. 사무실 닫았잖아. 너 때문에 사람 다 기분 나쁘잖아. 와, 신 사장. 우리 사무실에 새로 들어온 여자인데 참 이쁘다.
보기만 그런 거지. 요정이 넘치는 여자일 거야.
Holy crap, Quagmire, you speak Korean?
Nah, not really. They just told me how to sound the words out phonetically.
Oh, the monkey where he looks up and goes, "Oh,
No, it's the
my
one where they're like,
daughter."
if we were in
Hiroshima.
Japan,
Yeah,
and then
it's
like
just a monkey.
it flashes to the house, but they're all Japanese.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah,
that is-
where he farts on
Yeah,
Meg and I think he punches Lois for,
something like
for
that.
not
Yeah,
having dinner in.
yes,
something like that.
I
No, and then he gets Meg to kill herself. I think.
I think Japan
no,
would
does he kill
actually
himself?
say
I
that
don't
like
remember.
I think Japan would actually say that The Simpsons is probably the best animation we've ever created. Like
think
if you
so?
asked your
That's what
average
they like
Japanese
from us?
person, yeah, it's really big over
No.
there.
I know they love our KFC. I didn't know that Simpsons was.
I thought King of the
Oh
Hill.
no, I know what it is. All of a sudden, why was this so? Oh, it's Garfield, and I'm not even joking. Like you think I'm joking, but I'm not. Garfield is so big there.
I legitimately thought King of the Hill was the thing that they liked the most.
No,
I
Garfield.
wonder if they write it more witty there.
No, they don't do anything to it. It's just the funny foreign
Whoa,
cat.
whoa,
it's
whoa,
their
whoa, whoa.
Hello Kitty.
Eric, let me stop you right there. so many people find the regular ass writing of Garfield funny.
Especially Japanese people, apparently.
So many people.
I used to find it funny when I was a kid, and then when I was at the shelter unfolding newspapers for cats and dogs to shit on, occasionally I would go past the comics. I would get distracted for a second, and I would look at the 3-panel Garfield comic, and nothing. Like the entire page.
Yeah,
I looked down the whole thing, and I was just like, I'm having no reaction to any of this. Not even a sharp exhalation of breath.
I've never reacted to a Garfield thing.
I liked it when I was a kid.
You know what? Garfield without Garfield?
Oh my god, that's creepy.
Yeah, I did get a couple of chuckles out of me.
Yeah, Garfield without Garfield is just
Best
all the
Garfield
Garfield
movie.
comics with Garfield's
A Tale of Two Kitties.
completely edited
Okay.
out.
What's your best Garfield movie that you've seen?
Pretty sure it's not even called A Tale of Two
Garfield
Kitties.
Christmas special we used to have on videotape.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go with the Garfield movie starring Tom Hanks.
Was Garfield Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Yes. And he didn't realize it was not one of the Coen brothers. It was a completely different man whose last name happened to be Coen.
Yes.
He was just like,
Yes.
oh shit, really?
Okay.
Garfield? Coen? Fuck, why not? Sign me up. He got there, he's like, who are you? It's like Ted Coen. It's like,
Which
fuck.
one's Tom Hanks? Is he the?
He's Australian now.
I don't think
ever
that's
since
how-
COVID,
I don't
right?
think
Yeah,
that's
he's
how
the
that
He's
works.
the one that got COVID
He's
in
the
Australia.
Wilson guy.
He's the Wilson guy.
Wilson!
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. He's the one that I have the picture of where he looks like really silly. Patrick put the picture up.
He's
But-
in Ghostbusters.
Wait,
He's
Tom
in-
Hanks was in Ghostbusters? I thought that was Bill.
Yeah, you remember in that scene where he busted a ghost?
Sure. I my brain tried to like visualize what you meant, and then of course the only thing if you mention a man busting anything, it immediately goes to something else. You could say he's
Busted
busting a
makes me feel
ghost.
good.
You could say he's busting a cow. It doesn't matter. He's busting. How was that never a Ghostbusters joke?
See, I went immediately to a cop.
A cop, like he's busting a guy, like he's
Yeah.
busting a criminal.
Yeah,
Well, that's just the difference between you and me, isn't it?
I guess so.
What is it? Was Tom Hanks not in Ghostbusters? Is that what you're looking up?
I'm trying.
Because I swear that's the other guy. That's the fucking guy who actually
Bill
believes
Murray.
in ghosts. Yeah, well, Bill Murray was in Ghostbusters, but the
that
guy
might
who
have been
made
who I
the
was thinking
skull
about
vodka.
No,
You remember?
no, that's
Dan
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is not in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he just looks like Dan Aykroyd, kind of.
No, he looks more. No,
He
never
does look a little bit like
I was
Dan
thinking-
Aykroyd.
Yeah,
of
they're
Bill
both
Murray.
like
But
godly.
Dan Aykroyd's more fat.
Would you hang out
No,
with
he
Tom
was
Hanks'
also-
son?
Tom Hanks was Forrest
Yeah,
Gump.
Yeah.
He was Forrest Gump.
Do you know him?
A little.
Castaway. Green
He's the
Mile.
guy that does the Jamaican voice.
I've met him once or twice.
Okay. Would you hang out with Tom Hanks' son, Eric?
Who the fuck is Tom Hanks' son?
He's Jamaican.
Yeah, he like
Explain.
he does the Jamaican voice, and he has like a workout thing. Like he's
So
he has a human being
Pacific-
who could not be the furthest person from who Tom Hanks is.
He has a Caribbean
He has a rap
Islander.
career.
He does. He has a rap career. He did White Boy Summer.
Oh boy.
His name is Chet, if I recall. His name is Chet Hanks.
I mean, that's Tom's hang for naming his son Chet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that
Tom.
honestly is his fault. You don't.
Tom.
What is his
Chet?
real name? Cheddar?
I,
What is
Oh my God.
what is Chet short for?
Is
I have
Chet
no
short
idea.
for something?
I hope
I-
not.
Chester, maybe?
Chester. Hey, okay.
Chester's a kind of normal name.
That's
Chester
also
Hanks?
a shitty name. That's like
Chester Hanks sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of mean.
What's your name? Chester Hanks.
Ugh.
Ugh. Fucking kill me. I'd kill myself.
I don't wanna
God
hang out
damn.
with you, Cheddar.
You know he would get called Cheddar all the time. Maybe that's why he's such a fucking weirdo and like a creep.
I don't know a lot about him.
All he does is do like work. He does this like workout program, right? Where like you sign up for a program, you give him $2,000, and then he bullies you virtually through your phone to work out.
If I wanted that, I'd just go on Reddit.
I know you could go anywhere on the internet and get that, but Chet Hanks. Now Chet Hanks will do it to you with Jamaican accent.
That's name brand bullying.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Man, Tom Hanks has not been in anything I have watched in
You
years.
just inhale a pistachio?
There. No, I inhaled air.
Oh, Good, I guess.
That's just communism has rotted his brain
Yeah.
so much he's no longer smart enough to inhale air correctly.
He's choking on it. He's inhaling air.
Sorry, I
hard
realized
time.
all this air was full of capitalism. Hey, so I was listening. Well, how much time do we have left?
We
I just wanna
don't.
tell
We
you
don't have
how-
any time.
No.
As a matter of fact, that's the end of the show.
No, no,
Goodbye, boys.
no.
Goodbye.